Good day, I'm Carleen Brown-Thompson and this is your JIS News for March 4. Cabinet is expected to examine measures to address the worsening drought conditions across the island. Data from the Meteorological Office of Jamaica shows that close to 50% of the island is now affected by drought conditions ranging from normal to severe. Water Minister Robert Pickersgill says the situation is alarming and he intends to initiate deliberations at the cabinet level to improve the delivery of potable water to affected areas. In January, Minister Pickersgill announced a raft of drought mitigation measures, which included a $3 billion allocation to replace or rehabilitate NWC water tanks. Government is looking at the option of providing the National Housing Trust with lands in exchange for the $44 billion contribution from the trust to support the national budget. Information Minister Senator Sandra Faulkner says discussions are ongoing about whether this kind of transaction could be an option.
The NHT is always in need of lands, and the government has thousands of acres of land, and therefore it is a consideration. And I know discussions are being held, but when those discussions are completed, I will inform you further.
Government will be utilizing $11 billion per annum for 4 years from the NHT for budgetary support. This is part of a number of measures being taken to ensure that the country signs an agreement with the International Monetary Fund. The Caribbean Court of Justice (CCJ) is holding its very first sitting in Jamaica.
This is a defining moment in Jamaica's history, more particularly Jamaica's legal history. This one bears tremendous significance having regard to the ongoing debate as to whether Jamaica should join the Caribbean Court of Justice in its final appellate jurisdiction.
From March 4 to 8, the CCJ judges will hear evidence in the case of Shanique Myrie versus the state of Barbados. Miss Myrie, a Jamaican, is alleging that she was assaulted by an immigration officer when she traveled to Barbados in March 2011. She alleges that she was discriminated against because of her nationality, and in September last year, the state of Jamaica was granted leave to intervene in the matter. The CCJ sitting, which is open to the public, is being held at the Jamaica Conference Center in downtown Kingston. All 7 judges of the CCJ, including President Sir Dennis Byron, will preside over the hearing. Government is intensifying measures to clamp down on trafficking in persons. Chairperson of the National Task Force Against Trafficking in Persons, Carol Palmer, says chief among the measures are the training of immigration officers to detect suspected cases of human trafficking and amendments to the Trafficking in Persons Act. The draft bill, which was approved by Cabinet, is currently before Parliament.
The amendments to the bill, to the legislation, involves introducing crimes that are deemed to be akin to trafficking. Also, we are seeking to increase the penalties under the law for crimes that may be deemed to be akin to trafficking and indeed trafficking itself.
Ms. Palmer's pronouncement comes as the Child Development Agency (CDA) reports a suspected ring involving the trafficking of Jamaican children to another Caribbean country. One person has so far been taken into custody, and the case is now before the Police Organized Crime Investigation Division (OCID). And finally, 24 residents of Callaloo, Mews in St. Andrew have received titles for lots which they previously occupied informally. The 24 lots are among 193 on which the Ministry of Transport Works and Housing, through the Housing Agency of Jamaica, has completed $23 million worth of infrastructural development. Last Friday's titling ceremony marked the start of the ministry's efforts to formalize the holdings of those residents, and arrangements are being made to complete the process for the remaining 169.
But we're saying to you that it's a partnership that we're having. And with that, as a responsible government, we are saying to you that that responsibility that you have entrusted to us, we are also asking you to give some amount of responsibility to. And that responsibility we're asking you to do is to take care of the land.
And that's it for the JIS News today. I'm Carleen Brown-Thompson. Thanks for watching.